Welcome everybody to the first Black Ops 2 gun review on this channel. My name is Skywalker and I will be your host for this series. And welcome to the first video, and this is going to be the SVU-AS, which is the first sniper rifle you unlock in Black Ops 2. So the SVU-AS, which is the most related to the Dragunov from the Modern Warfare games, is a Russian weapon that uses 6.2 by 54mm rounds. That is just some extra information. I didn't know if you would care to know, but if you want to know, it's Russian. So this is to say the least, a terrible weapon. But the reason I'm doing it first is because it is such a hard gun to get gold, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people will share the same opinion as me. There are some hard things that you have to do to get it gold, including bloodthirsties, which are surprisingly difficult for this weapon. You wouldn't think so, but they are. There's the one-hit kills, which are pretty hard to get. And I'll be giving you a few tips for some of that stuff. There's some tips already out there on YouTube. I know that, but, you know, in case, one, either you haven't heard, or two, you haven't heard some of the extra information I'm going to give you, then you can continue watching this video. So, and if you do, it will be greatly appreciated. Okay, so a little information on this weapon. Max level is 10, where if you're used to the SMGs, I think the max level is 15 on there. It might be 16. No, I think 16 is assault rifles. So the max level is 10, and then you can prestige the weapon. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that until I reached max, and I was surprised by that. The rate of fire on this, if you don't oversample it, is 416 RPM, or rounds per minute. You can easily oversample it by hitting it too fast. Then it'll slow it down to about 350 or so. You won't get the maximum potential, so make sure you don't oversample the weapon, and don't use any body controllers that are set higher. The ammo capacity is going to be 12 rounds or 16 rounds with extended mags, and you unlock this at the starting level, level 4, when you unlock creative class. So the best way to level up this weapon is going to be, well, I'm going to give you a few tips on getting it gold and for leveling it up if you're just trying to get the gold camo to show off, which is actually really difficult on this weapon, but it does look really cool and really satisfying once you get it, as you can see probably by the gameplay. I'm not seeing it, but I'm going to get some only gold gameplay. I'm sorry, I didn't record any while I was leveling it up, so it's all going to be bright and gold. So it's going to be a 2-hit kill anywhere in the body except for the head there. It's going to be a 1-hit kill in core modes, mind you. That's an important part of leveling up, as most of you probably know. The best way to level it up is going to be in hardcore, where it's going to be a one-shot kill everywhere in the body. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. It used to be hardcore free-for-all, but now I would have to say it's either going to be hardcore capture the flag, or the other one's kill confirmed, I think. Or you can do team deathmatch, but those games don't last as long, and it's a little harder. Don't do search and destroy, though. That's one thing you don't want to do, because once you're dead, you're out, and you don't get as many kills like that. So, after you get I think it's 250 one-shot kills, which it's going to take a little bit to do, but once you do it, you get that out of the way, then there's only a few hard ones left that you have to do. Then you have to get 50 kills without any attachments or perks. Do both of them at the same time, and just load on some tactical grenades with the tactician wildcard. That's the best thing you can do for those. And then the other ones are pretty straightforward, except for the bloodthirsties, which I'm going to get to a little later. So before I move on into any more camos, I kind of wanted to give you a class here. So the best class I found to use, and I didn't see many people recommending this. I watched a few places, and I mean, this is kind of my own, so you could probably adjust it a little bit to how you like it, but like I would adjust other people's suggestions. So go ahead and change what you feel is necessary. But the best thing I found on this is going to be the SVU-AS with primary gunfighter, so you can have 3 attachments. Use the dual band scope. That way you can see through smoke, and far away they'll pop up, and it's not like the other games where it was kind of hard to see them, so you know, you've probably seen it. Then variable zoom, which comes important later for scanning the area, and you don't have to do this. You can do I do suppressor. I just like suppressor. I don't like being caught. But you can either take primary gunfighter off and put something else on that you like, or you can put on another attachment like, I guess, extended clip or FMJ. So in this class we're not going to be rocking any secondaries. So 3 straight perks. It's going to be perk 1 flak jacket, perk 2 cold blood, and perk 3 tac mask. And then the last thing we got is going to be the tactical grenade, the smoke grenade. So with that, it's kind of a weird class, but it makes sense when you use the strategy. So I'll probably have some gameplay up on the screen with it using the strategy. What I like to do, since I die so much with the SVU, I had to come up with a tactic, and I kind of mixed some other people's with mine, other people's tactics with my strategy. And what I like to do is I'd like to throw the smoke grenade down in front of me, not on me. That's not the way to use it. Throw it a little bit in front of you, and then scope into the smoke. Since they can't see you through the smoke, and you have the dual band, you can see right through. And so if you're at a key vantage point, they won't be able to see you, especially since you put on cold blood. They won't be able to see you with target finders or millimeter scanners or anything like that. And then the reason you put on flak jacket and tac mask is so they'll be like saying that they can't see you, so they'll be throwing grenades and stuns in there, trying to get you out of there. But you have on these 2 perks, so you are safe to go in there. So you don't have to leave if you see a grenade, just kind of avoid it a little bit. So yeah, that's my strategy for getting the gold gun for this, for getting all the one-shot kills, and for getting everything else that you need for the camos, and for just leveling it up. So it's a little bit of a grind getting it there, but you know, it'll work. So anything else? So I wanted to give some bloodthirsty tips. I tried a few things, and it took me forever to seem to get it, or it seemed to get the bloodthirsty medals. At first I just tried the smoke grenade tactic, which it didn't work for me. It'll probably work for you, it just wasn't working for me. So I tried 2 other things, and this is actually another class that you can try. It's actually kind of interesting. When I saw this from another, I don't remember where it was I saw it, but somebody was using it, and it's with an ACOG silencer and laser. That way you can kind of spray the SVU as if it was like an MK14. Well, not in this game. It's, what's a single shotgun? I don't know. And you put a riot shield on your class, and that makes it so you can plant it and you can kind of stay behind it as cover in certain spots of the map. Oh, it's the FAL, my bad. Sorry, that just came to mind. And the SMR. So anyway, sorry about that. So you can stay behind the riot shield, and that will help you stay alive a little longer, and you can get your bloodthirsty medals. So that, I think that'll help you a little bit. The others are pretty straightforward and easy to get. So so the attachments I did recommend were, as you know, already the dual band, the zoom, and the suppressor. The reason why, as dual band, you can see if there's a smoke. So the reason I use the variable zoom is so you can scan out a little bit further out, almost as if it was the ACOG zoom level, and you can see any glowing people throughout the map. It doesn't really help as much whenever you don't have it on, I find, the dual band on. But whenever you have it on, you can scan the area for yellow highlighted spots. And not many people run cold blood, so you see most people. And then whenever you find them, you can zoom in and take them out. The suppressor, I just like, you can switch it out like I said. The ballistic CPU, that's always kind of a generally good one, but I don't seem to need a use for it on this weapon. If you think so, you can use it, but I personally don't recommend it. Fast mag, that's always kind of a general one if you don't like slow reloads. FMJ is actually pretty good on this weapon. Not the best, but since you can spam it, it's actually okay. The ACOG sight, it's decent for the spray and pray class. Extended clip, that and fast mags, it's optional. I just wouldn't go for it. Laser sight only if you're doing the spray class, but it's still generally not too great and recommended. And then there's the dual band, which I already went over. So yeah, those are the attachments. I don't think I have too many other tips. Also, I think I said before, if you take off one of one of your attachments like the silencer, you can put on something like a pistol. That'll help you for close quarter engagements. So yeah, last thing I have to really say is whenever you're using this class, go with low score streaks. You're not going to be getting many bloodthirsties anyway with this, so run something like the UAV, the care package, and the Hellstorm or Lightning Strike, or even Sentry Gun since it's hardcore. Those work well together. You can use some of those, the low ones. Don't go anything really past a Dragonfire or anything, unless you're just super good and you've got it already. But typically, I didn't see myself getting many kill streaks with this. So yeah, with the smoke strategy, you'll get quite a few kills. You might get a few triples every once in a while if somebody's capping a flag, and it's a good strategy, but it just won't give you many kill streaks. So yeah, those are my suggestions for this weapon. I hope you enjoyed. I don't think I have anything else to cover. I think I covered everything that I had. If I think of anything, I'll put it at the end. But so thanks for watching. Let me know how you thought this went, this first guide. I might make more, depending, because I already have this gold and I already have a few other interesting guns gold. Like I got the MK48 light machine gun gold and some other stuff that I could do that are challenging to get the gold camo, since I know so many people are going for diamond camos. So let me know how you thought this went, if it went okay, or if it wasn't the best. I'll try to fix whatever I need to. So yeah, thanks for watching. Any suggestions will help, and I think that's about it I got to say. So yeah, thanks. Peace.
Care package on standby.